This is J-Dog with ESS, and we're going to talk a little bit about rest and recovery. Whenever you're designing a resistance training program and an overall athletic conditioning program, one of the things that often gets neglected or gets kind of pushed aside is that rest and recovery component. But in general terms, if you're going to train hard, you got to rest hard as well. One of the things that I've seen happen quite a bit, especially with younger professionals, is whenever they develop their overall periodization scheme or their training routine for their athletes, they get very dogmatic and very regimented as far as, on Monday we're covering this, on Tuesday we're covering that, and there's not a whole lot of give or waver in there. One of the things that we have to remember is the athlete is a multidimensional individual, and they have a lot of things that are going on in their lives. So we have to take some of those things into consideration. Especially for me, right now I work with our soccer team at the university that I'm currently employed at. And one of the things that we have to be aware of is during the phases of the semester, as they come up on finals and as they come up on midterms and things of that nature, during those stages we really have to back off on their training because they have a lot of other factors that are going on in their life at that point. Typically they're not eating as well, they're spending long odd hours studying and trying to cram for those different exams, and just compounding the stress on them with higher levels of training isn't necessarily going to help them become better athletes, but causes more of a detriment in the long run. So, there's an art and a science to strength conditioning, and one of the big things that we have to look at is being very skilled within the science and understanding those components, but also knowing the art and knowing when is the right time to back off versus continue to push forward. In the long run, that's going to help develop a better athlete, going to help them recover better, and also help reduce the risk of injury over the long term.